Yo, what's happening, people? Okay, we are live right now, live from the village right now. It is 20:33. I read that. 8:33 in the PM right now. It is the 14th of November, 2022 right now. It is Monday evening right now. You know what that means right now. It is movie night right now. We're about to watch Terrifier 2. We watched Terrifier 2 weeks ago, I want to say. About 2 weeks ago. It was recently anyway. The last few weeks at least anyway. And then we watched All Hallows Eve. I think some months back now. But we're all caught up on Arts the Clown, on the happenings of Arts the Clown so far. And now for the exciting conclusion. Well, I don't know if there's a conclusion. Maybe there's going to be more to come. But for now, it's the conclusion. Terrifier 2. If you've got it, get it ready on Zero. If you don't have it, you can get it on Amazon or other streaming services. It is, you have to buy and or rent it. You don't have to do either, of course. You can just come along and have some fun. So let me switch over to this screen as we get ready. Wagwan, people, wagwan. Okay, so let me show you guys something before we get started. Gotta be careful. I don't think you guys have seen Frederick for a while. So, let me be real careful. So this is Frederick. Frederick was planted on the 17th of July. 2022. So that is, what was that then? That is July, August, September, October, November. That is almost 4 months ago. So Frederick is nearly 4 months old. Let me try and get a better look over here. This is Frederick. The tallest blade is, I think, about 19 inches or 18, 19 inches. It's not an exact measurement because it's not growing straight. It's about 18 inches, maybe just about 18 inches for the tallest blade. Or maybe some of these are longer that go into the side. I won't mention them all. But yeah, this is Frederick. Here's the thing though, Frederick is a Chinese elm bonsai, or at least that's what I was told when I bought the seeds. Now I ain't know too much about Chinese elm bonsais, but this doesn't quite look like it's going to grow into a tree. You know what I mean? Like, I'm aware that bonsais can take a long time to grow. I understand that. I appreciate that. They can take like 3 to 5 years to get to that point that we all kind of know the bonsai sort of image, that typical bonsai look. That can take around 3 to 5 years to get that. I'm cool with that. What up, Al? Just talking a little bit about Frederick before we start the movie. So just saying, this is a Chinese elm bonsai tree. And I don't know too much about bonsais, but this is after 4 months. And nearly 4 months. And after nearly 4 months, I don't see how this is going to grow into a tree. You know what I mean? This don't look like it's about to grow into a tree to me. Now, here's the thing. I don't mind. I got a little pimple. Gotta deal with that. Brenda's doing okay. Appreciate you asking, man. But yeah, this is Frederick. And yeah, I don't mind if Frederick isn't a bonsai tree. End of the day, it's been 4 months. I've been taking care of Frederick for nearly 4 months. So I'm not mad. I'm not gonna take it back to the shop. You know, it is what it is. But if it's not a bonsai tree, I would like to know what it is. That's the thing. I would like to know what it is, because this doesn't look to me like it's gonna grow into a tree. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is literally how they start off, and through some miracle they transfer into the traditional tree shape. I don't know. I don't know much about plants. I don't know much about trees. I don't know much about any of this stuff. This is all new to me. But to my limited knowledge, this doesn't look like it's growing into a tree. So if it's not a tree, cool. I don't mind that, but I would like to know what it is. But yeah, this is Frederick after nearly 4 months. I won't show you Brenda because Brenda's a bit harder to move. And I don't want to ruin, don't want to accidentally damage the plant. So yeah, but this is Frederick after nearly 4 months. I don't think I've shown you guys Frederick for a while, but yeah. Here we go. Got a new pot for Frederick. This is a new pot. The pots are like, I think I got this pot a few weeks ago. But I think the last time I showed you guys Frederick, it was in the old pot. So this is a new pot. It's a much bigger pot. But yeah, this was transferred maybe about a few weeks ago, maybe about 3 weeks ago, I think. So it's been a while since you guys have seen Frederick. But yeah, it's going to grow out to the sides as well. If you can see this blade out here, it's growing out to the side. And then this blade's kind of moving a bit to the side as well. So yeah, it's gotten real big. It's actually getting a bit too big for my windowsill, actually. So I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to keep this on my windowsill. Because it's already getting quite big for that. Yo, what up, Frozen G? I don't know much about, yeah. I mean, I don't mind if it's not a bonsai. I don't mind that at all. I just would like to know what it is if it's not a bonsai. That's all. That's if anybody knows anything about plants and you can let me know what this is, then cool. If not, oh well. Somehow, some way. But let me put Frederick back. Gotta be real careful. I don't want to. Yeah. There we go. Don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. So let me be real careful. Let me be real careful. There we go. Yeah, I've heard this movie is very brutal. I'm looking forward to the brutality in this movie. How you doing, Frozen Gamer? Yo, what up, Sam? Sam B and a place to be. We're about to watch Terrifier 2. If you've got it, get it ready on 0. If you don't have it, it's available on Amazon to either buy and or rent. I mean, you don't have to buy and rent it. You can just buy or rent it, really. But if you don't have it and you don't want to buy or rent it, that's all good. You can still come along and have some fun. But if you do have it, and if you don't mind spending the money to rent or buy it, that's entirely your choice. I'm not forcing nobody to do nothing. But if you don't mind doing that, then cool, get it ready on 0. But yeah, if you don't have it, you don't want to spend the money, it's all good. Still have some fun today. And it's been a while. You actually, come to think of it, yeah, you've missed the last few streams. Now, dude, listen, I've always said it. I don't mind. You know, I get it. You know, you got your things to do. So if you don't make every stream, it's not a problem. But can't lie, man. You know, it was noticed. It was noticed. It was noticed. Like, I guess you've been checking out the was it BTS? I've seen a lot of that on your channels at BTS and Blackpink. And I saw you did the Shah Rukh Khan. Which one was it again? It was was it Koi Milgate? No, it wasn't Koi Milgate, was it? That's not even Shah Rukh Khan. I forget which one you did, but I know you did one of the Shah Rukh Khan Bollywood songs from one of his movies. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, Shah Rukh Khan is probably the biggest Indian actor right now, and has been for a long time. That dude has a career going back 30 years. He's been in loads of movies. I don't know if he's ever done any American stuff. I mean, I imagine he probably has at one point or another, but my guess would be that it's better for him to be doing, you know, the Indian movies, because, like, let's face it, if you go to Hollywood, you know, you might end up being like, you know, terrorist number 5 or something like that. You know what I mean? It's like some generic role. Whereas, you know, in India, he could be the star of the movie and have more creative choice over what he does. So, but yeah, he's probably the biggest Indian actor right now, and has been for a good long time. So he's definitely one to pay attention to if you're looking into Bollywood movies and songs. Well, I say Bollywood movies, a lot of them do have lots of songs associated with them. But yeah. So I did a thing today. I actually drank detox tea and was pleasantly surprised. Okay. Okay, well, that's cool, right? That's healthy, I guess, right? Detox tea, is that like herbal tea or what is detox tea? I guess it's like cleans out, I assume, I mean, it's called detox tea, so I'm guessing it cleans out your innards. Maybe makes you go poop or something like that, or just clears you right out. Clears out all the bacterias and germs and stuff. And Amita Bachchan, yes, yeah. Don't forget, Amita Bachchan's old school though. Amita Bachchan's old school. Like if you talk about Amita Bachchan, then you're really going back to like 80s, because he's old school. I don't know. I mean, maybe in his day, like if you comparing like Amita Bachchan at the height of his fame to Shah Rukh Khan at the height of his fame, maybe Amita Bachchan was a bigger star. Maybe. I mean, if that's always gonna be a debatable thing, I think it's fair to say that Shah Rukh Khan is the bigger star now, though. I think that's fair to say. Like, and I mean, there's probably younger stars up and coming, but in terms of consistently putting out movies, in terms of, you know, being at the forefront of cinema, yeah, I mean, Shah Rukh Khan's pretty much been doing that for the last 30 years, you know, 20-30 years. He's been a big deal for a while. Amita Bachchan is, you know, he was a big star back in like sort of 70s, 80s, and he's still, I believe, making movies. No, wait, is he still making movies? Let me not confuse myself with somebody, actually. Let me not confuse myself with somebody. Okay. No, that's cool. That's cool. But yeah, I think he still appears in movies every now and then. But yeah, he's old school. Like, yeah, he's 80s. He's not the star no more. You know what I mean? He's not the big star no more, which is fine. You know, he's not supposed to be at that age. You know, but he still, I believe, appears in the film every now and then. But yeah, in terms of stardom, yeah, Shah Rukh Khan helps to evacuate your bowels like a rocket. He's 18 years old, so I'm guessing no. Yeah, it's herbal tea. It's very nice. I think I have had herbal tea before a while ago. I don't remember much about it, but yeah, it was alright, I think. It was alright. And Did You Fight was a joke. Who did he fight? I don't really follow a lot of that stuff though, because the last thing I heard was Andrew Tate's fighting Jake Paul, or one of the Paul brothers. I think that happened, or it's going to happen, or it wasn't going to happen, or somebody backed out and then it's going to happen. I don't really follow a lot of it, but yeah, I hear bits every now and then. But Deji, who is he fighting? The thing about that sort of stuff, that the YouTube boxing thing, is like, it's just, I don't want to say dumb. I don't want to say dumb because, end of the day, if you're taking it seriously, he fought Floyd. Why would he fight Floyd Mayweather though? So that's stupid. Why is Floyd Mayweather fighting Deji? I mean, Floyd Mayweather has had, I think, 55 professional fights, and he's not lost a single one of them. Granted, he's not in his prime no more. Granted, he's not the top fighter no more. He's kind of well past his heyday of being in that league of the top professional fighters. That being said, he's had a career where he went more than 50 professional fights and did not lose. Why are you risking that against a YouTuber, for one thing? It doesn't need to be done. And I guess, to be fair, it's not much of a risk. It's Deji. I mean, let's just keep it real. He's not risking much. But even still, why are you fighting somebody that's so beneath your skill level? Money, yeah, I guess so. How much more money does this guy need? Bloody hell, man. It's on YouTube. I ain't gonna watch that. Or I don't know, maybe I will, just to laugh at it. Originated from South Africa, apparently. Check me out, being all cultures, yeah. Excuse me. Who should I fight for money? That's my question for you guys. We're gonna start the moving a little bit. But who should I fight for money? Like, I want to fight a YouTuber. Not somebody like too easy, right? But somebody I can beat. You know what I mean? Not like no. I don't want to fight somebody who's like, I don't know, like, was it Ryan's toy reviews or something? He probably whooped my ass, actually, to be fair. But you know, I don't want to fight somebody like that's too easy. You know, but somebody who I can still beat, but can give me a good fight. Like, who should I fight? Sam says Alan. He's probably doing so he doesn't have much to stay home and watch YouTube. Let's see, watch YouTube. Yeah. So what do you reckon, Alan? Do you reckon we should fight? How much money we putting up to fight? If Alan and I have a fight, how much are you guys paying to see that? Because I'm trying to get those millions, you know, like, or was it 100 million? I'm trying to get that kind of money. I'm trying to get that big money. Pound, you know. Bloody hell, man. I ain't fighting for a pound. Come on, you can do better than that. £1. Ugh. I'm not that hard up. I mean, come on. Come on, man. This is like Alan versus Haze. The fight of the century. Come on, man. £2.50. Oh, come on. Alan, they're taking a piss with us, you know that, yeah? They're taking a piss with us. £1, £2.50. Nah, man. Alan and I, if Alan and I fight, we need to be drawing in like at minimum £100 tickets. Like, the cheap tickets are like £100. You know what I mean? We're talking about two big time two big time YouTubers. Come on, man. You could do better than that. £3. Mate. What do you think, Alan? Shall we fight for £3? I think that might be the best we're getting. Shall we do it? Shall we fight for £3? I tried to get more, but oh well. Oh, it's Frozen G. Yo, listen, I wasn't even asking for. Dude, thank you for that. I appreciate it. 179, best I can do. All right, cool. We got 179. We got 179. So we did all right. We did all right. And then I got a fight for 179. All right, cool. Appreciate that, Frozen G. But I wasn't. Oh, that's popped up now. Yeah. You know what? I wasn't saying that in a way of asking for money. By the way, I don't want anybody to feel like when it comes to streams that you have to. I mean, look, I'll accept donations. I don't have a problem with accepting donations, but as long as you're sure you want to donate and not feel like you have to or anything, because I wasn't trying to. But I was having this conversation with Zio on my podcast. We'll talk about the same sort of thing where, you know, you take donations and it's cool and you know you want to be grateful, of course, but sometimes you get donations and you kind of feel like he was talking about, you know, when people giving donations and it's like he feels like you sometimes just want to give it back, or because they're giving him maybe quite a lot of money and it's like, people be giving that much, and you know, like, it's fine when it's like, you know, £5 or whatever, but then when it's like, you know, £50, sometimes people give like £100, you just kind of like, dude, if that was a mistake, you know what I mean? But yeah, as long as nobody feels like, you know, you have to. I mean, and every little helps, of course, and I'm happy to accept it. I appreciate you dropping a few pounds on me. I found £1.79. You know, big up for that. But yeah, as long as you're cool with it, thank you. But excuse me. I've been such a channel for a long time. I appreciate you, Frozen G. It's Christmas. Come here. I can't be giving money away. But we did all right, Alan. We got 179. So yeah. When shall we fight? Well, it's Christmas coming up. We could fight on Christmas Day. I think that'd be a good time to fight. Right? Or even better, New Year's Eve. We could start the fight at like 12:55 New Year's Eve. Oh, Boxing Day, even better. Yeah, of course. Of course, yeah, that's a good one. Boxing Day, yeah, I like that. Boxing on Boxing Day. I like that. So what do you reckon, Al? You and I, Boxing Day for the title. It's Holly's birthday, New Year's Eve. Does Holly like fights? Because if Holly likes fights, then maybe that could be a good birthday present for Holly. But if not, then Boxing Day might be a better day. All right. Let me let's get this movie ready. Oh, she likes fighting me. Fair enough. $50, does that mean we get a YouTube plaque? We better. We better. How many views do you need to have to get a view? Is it not even views? It's some subs, isn't it? So how many subs you need to have? Is it like 100? No, it's not. It's more than that. I think it used to be like, I swear it used to be like 10,000. But I think now the minimum is 100,000 or something like that. But yeah, I think we can get 100,000 subs. I think we can get 100,000 subs if we fight. Sam will fight for free. I don't know if I want to fight Sam, though. I don't know if I want to fight Sam. I don't know, man. I might get punched in places I don't want to get punched in. I mean, I don't really get punched at all, but I'm just saying. It might be a very quick fight, is what I'm saying. It'd be hard to hit you. That's the thing. 10,000. I think we can get a silver plaque. Oh, is it 10,000? Okay, yeah, we could get 10,000 subs. We could get 10,000. We could probably get way more than that. So yeah, I think we're getting some plaques. We're getting some YouTube plaques. What's that gonna be for this movie we making? Yeah, what's it called again? The puppy something. I can't remember anymore. It was like the little puppy, I think we called it. Sure, people have ninja moves. It's just like quick punch, isn't it? Just like, it's over. It's over. Wouldn't even see it coming. Just, I'm not fighting Sam. I'd fight Mike Tyson before I fight Sam. Like, not even a joke. Like, I'd fight Floyd Mayweather before I fight Sam. Alright, let me switch over to this screen. We're about to start the movie. So if you're ready, we're gonna go 3, 2, 1, play. So 3, 2, 1. Oh, my bad. Sorry, I messed up. Start again. Okay, back to zero. My bad. I messed up. Back to 0. Okay, now we're gonna do this again. 3, 2, 1, play. What about Rocky Balboa? I reckon I could beat Rocky Balboa. He ain't that tough. I could beat Rocky Balboa. Hope this isn't because I'm female. That's sexist. Nah, it's because you're short. I'll get one punch in the balls and it's over. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I get one punch in the balls and it's over. Like, I'd rather fight somebody that, you know what I mean? Like, I'd have to, like, kneel down to try and hit you in the face. It's like, that's not... you know what I mean? I'll be, like, all the way down. Nah. Trying to, like... Nah. That fight does not favor me at all. And not only that, because you're a woman, if I get beaten up by you, which would very likely happen, then it's like the rest of my life, you got beat up by a girl, you got beat up by... There's too many reasons why it's a bad idea. I'd lose, and then I'll get laughed at. Oh, we discriminate. Only get short people. Only get short people. I'm not sexist. I'm heightist. Is it heightist? Oh, so it's explaining how he survived that bullet wound, I guess. Killed the doctor afterwards. Well, that's just rude, isn't it? Sounds like this. Exactly. Oh, this ain't gonna end well for this doctor. Imagine helping somebody survive a bullet wound and then they kill you afterwards. That's just so rude. But we started off strong though. Oof, shit. Yeah, we starting off real strong. Yikes. Bloody hell. Is he gonna eat it? Oh, he's gonna stuff his... Oh my word. We're off to a very good start. I don't think that's how science works, by the way, but yeah, we'll take it. Oof. Short lives matter. We need our own movement as short people. Yeah, you could kind of shuffle along down the street. Just be careful not to step out in front of cars, though, because... By the way, this film doesn't have subtitles, so that's why there's no subtitles on the screen. In case anybody was wondering, where I'd normally have the subtitles on, this film actually doesn't have subtitles on it. So, yeah. He's going to the laundry. Well, he's got to be clean, I suppose. Just because you're a crazy Clown murderer. I don't mean you can't be clean. Still covered in blood. My mouth is way worse than my bite. If that helps. Oh, this is interesting. Art's got himself a girlfriend. Your mouth's worse than your bite. Ugh. You just piss blood. Or shit blood. I'm not sure what she just did. Is that even blood? There's two of them. They don't brush their teeth, do they? Oh, wait, it's in his head. Oh, that's interesting. Gotta have good hygiene. What exactly? You know. Ugh. You know what? This film has been on for 8 minutes and it's already like way more brutal than the first movie. Like, and that was a brutal film. But it's got like, I don't know, 2 hours to go, so can it maintain? Can we just appreciate how he cleaned up after himself? That's the kind of guy you take home to meet the parents. Exactly. I mean, like I say, you gotta have good hygiene. You can't just be leaving a mess around, you know? You know, you make a mess, you clean it up. It's just decency, right? Oh, Chris Jericho's in this film. Okay. I didn't know Chris Jericho was in this movie. All right. In case you don't know, Chris Jericho invented everything. No matter what it is, anything you could think of, Chris Jericho invented it. And if you disagree with that, or if you think that's wrong, or if you have proof that somebody else invented something else, firstly, know that you're wrong. And secondly, Jericho will add you to his list. So yeah, Jericho invented everything. And don't piss him off because he will put you on the list. When the movie's finished, there's more after. Okay, cool. Some post-credit stuff. Nice. Arts the Clown takes a pottery class to, you know, improve his art skills. I mean, working from home is fine, but probably shouldn't be trying to cook while working from home. That, just saying. Yeah. They do that in Halloween movies, though. You don't see people dressing up as Jeffrey Dahmer. Really? What year is this film set in? Is this set in 2022? Because if it is, then she should have seen that Netflix series and the aftermath of that. Serial drops. All right. Halloween Mayhem. Is it though? Is it just a phase? Just saying. Take care of your kids before they go shoot up a school in 10 years. Yeah, I think dead animals might be the least of her worries. This film was actually made a long while before the release. Lots of issues, apparently. Okay, fair enough. So I guess that comment just didn't age too well then. Oh well. But yeah, that sucks sometimes with movie releases. I guess, well, I'm assuming COVID and all that had something to do with it as well. Yeah, so at what point do you feel like So, what point would you say, like, is that line between a healthy interest in serial killers and a cause for concern, where it's like, might have to call the police on my own kid? You know, what would you feel that line is? Like, you might, or not, maybe not even just your own kid. It's just someone you know, like, I don't know, like a friend or a relative. Where do you think that line is? That line's drawn. Well, I just thought that, well, surely is gross. You dress up as anyone who actually killed people. Yeah, I guess Dharma was I mean, they mentioned Dharma and what's his name, Charles Manson. So I guess I was just thinking of like more famous serial killers, and it just so happened Dharma had a show coming out, and then people started dressed up as Dharma afterwards. I love serial killer stuff. I've never actually thought about killing people. Not after I've had coffee anyway. So I guess for Sam, the line is drawn when there just isn't any coffee left. Yeah, I mean, you could definitely tell this movie had a much bigger budget than the first movie. But it looks like, at least so far, that they've spent that money in fleshing out the movie rather than just, like, polishing the movie, if that makes sense. But again, I guess to be fair, I think this still is a low budget independent movie, so it's not going to be too flashy. The Clown Cafe. Well, it's a dream, is. Such difficult ones because lots of people have an interest in them. I guess it becomes an issue if the kid isolates him or herself too much. Yeah, that's probably I think a good line to go by. Like if they have an interest in something, but they don't mind sharing that interest, then at least you know how far that interest goes, but when they stop sharing or, like I say, isolate themselves and like keep themselves, and maybe it's like, maybe something else could be going on, and time to start paying a little bit more attention. So I get that this is a dream sequence, but it's kind of gone on a bit long, to be honest. It's like, all right, cool. I'm not sure you want to be taking sweets from Art of the Clown Dummy. Look at this guy's teeth. $250,000 budget. Yeah, you could do a lot with a little. I mean, it's a lot of money for me, but you know, for a movie it's a little. But yeah, if you spend it in the right places, you can do a lot with a little. I think our movie's gonna have a $500,000 budget, but at least $450,000 is going on coffee. So, and about $40,000 is Barney the Dinosaur's fee. So it really leaves about $10,000 for the rest of the film. And you know what? I've got to get paid, so. Maybe like $1,000 for the rest of the movie. I would like take my fee. It's made over 10 million now. Yes, I did see on Twitter. Yeah, that it's done pretty well. So this is her dream, though, right? That's manageable. So if it's made over 10 million, maybe that means Terrifier 3 could have a $1 million budget. We know if Terrifier 3 has a $1 million budget, and if that does really well as well, you know, eventually they'll have like a Terrifier 5, but it'd be like Art the Clown in space or something like that. In fact, you know what? No, maybe not Terrifier 5. In fact, Terrifier 8, 9, or 10 would be Art the Clown in space. 8, 9, or 10. That'd be Art the Clown in space. Not necessarily 8, 9, and 10, but 8, 9, or 10, he's going to space in one of those movies. In Terrifier 8, 9, or 10, Art the Clown. I'm saying it now. You can quote me on this. when it happened. Terrifier 8, 9, or 10. Art in space. Exactly. Jason can do it. Art might need to go to hell first, though. So maybe like 5 or 6, Art goes to hell. Then 8, 9, or 10, he goes to space. Yo. Did she leave candles by a feather, though? Like, what the hell are you thinking? Yeah, maybe don't leave candles by a feather. That was without a doubt Nightmare on Elm Street inspired. Oh, that whole scene. Hey, if Freddy can dream, if Freddy can stalk people in their dreams. I mean, people dream about their arts all the time, right? So that just makes sense. She did put those candles out. That's the Day of the Dead symbol. So, well, I don't know if it's a symbol, but that's what it's used. That's why I've seen it anyway. I think that's where I've seen it. Oh well. Feather's gone. I mean, the fire. I'm sure the fire wasn't that big to cause that much ash. That looks like a lot of ash for that relatively small fire. And that blade is clean. Ooh. Something supernatural. So if she put the candles out, maybe Jonathan put them on in that. Or maybe we're about to find out. Art's got an imaginary friend. She looks like Amy Adams. Man, that is severely disfigured. You're just poking a dead, what is that? A possum? He did eat her face. What, in the first one? Yeah, at the end when the police came in. I remember like, oh boy. But I'm not sure what I remember right now actually. I might have had my head turned when that was happening. Guess I'm gonna have to watch it again. Oh well. The face tastes like chicken. Was that Hannibal Lecter reference? It's not Hannibal Lecter. Hannibal Lecter doesn't say that, does he? Not in I think it's in the spoof, the parody. Was it Loaded Weapon? I think they say that. Loaded Weapon 1, I think they say that his face tastes the guy tastes like chicken. Loaded Weapon 1 is a funny film, man. If you've not seen Loaded Weapon 1, it is hilarious. I'm not sure how well it holds up now, though, because it's very much... It references a lot of films back into, like, 80s, 90s sort of era when it came out. But, yeah, back when it came out, that film was hilarious. That was bare jokes, man. Wait, so he's seeing the girl too then? So he can see the girl and Art the Clown can see the girl. Unless they are actually there this time. Hold on a second. I guess they were actually there. I'm just saying that was it's an interesting stretch. Just don't do why this stretch video on it. Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh wait, yeah, I get you. Why is this? Yeah. You know what? I wasn't, but maybe I will now. Why Terrifier 2 is trash. Yep. If you're horror nerds, but in these references. I've seen Nightmare on Elm Street, but it was such a long time ago. Don't back out now. You've already opened up the can of worms. Just go with it. I can't remember what I did yesterday, but I can't remember these movies like I watched them yesterday and what like that. It's kind of weird how that happens though, isn't it? Like, you can sometimes remember some minor insignificant detail from 10, 20 years ago, but then you get asked about something that happened an hour ago and it's like, I don't know. Like, She has to cover that Apple's logo real quick, huh? I'm guessing Apple aren't one of the sponsors, because the way she covered that Apple logo real quick. You could be careful in movies. Logos show up in places they're not supposed to be showing up in, and it's a problem. That's got to be difficult, though, that smile, that teethy smile that Art the Clown does, like, for the actor to just have that and have an emotionless face the whole time. Like, I'm guessing they use some kind of, like, mouth holder thing that keeps his mouth open like that. Some kind of prop that just holds his mouth open. But even still, that can't be comfortable. Definitely gonna be talented to play that role. Not anyone can do it. Not just anyone can do it. Yeah, for real. Oof. Oof. Yo, what up, Brax? She. Bro, just pay and get out. Just pay for your... Matter of fact, just don't even pay. Just say, you know what? I don't want it no more. Leave. How's your wallet so far down in your bag? What are you doing? You know, he might even have something that holds his mouth in place, because it looks like he's moving his lips around. So he I don't know, maybe he just holds his mouth like that anyway. Or maybe they just... Oh, leaving her alone. I don't think she want to be left alone. Rex Biv in a place to bivvy. How you doing today, sir? So apparently this killer was like all over the news, whatever. So surely a guy who runs a Halloween store, costume selling place would recognize that's not a costume. I mean, it is, but you know, it's not. But I don't think this guy's gonna. I don't think this guy's gonna be in Terrifier Part 3. Just staying warm and shit. There, you got some, man. Yeah. Ish. Oh. Oh. Yeah, loving the cold weather and keeping warm at the same time. Yeah, we're rainy season right now. Eesh. Eesh. Layers indeed. At least he paid before he killed. Did he pay though? I mean, he was giving money. He was putting money at the table. I mean, I'm not sure that was the $8.99 that was that you requested. It looked like some crumpled up, blood-stained notes. Well, they didn't recognize he's holding a real human head. Mm-hmm. That was some crumpled up, blood-stained. It might have been $5. I guess we'll never really know. Either way, I'm not sure you could accept blood-stained, crumpled up money in a shop, though. Like, you have to reject that. But like, actually, can you pay with non-blood-stained, crumpled up money, please? There was, well, there was. That's true. That's true. It's some rain in this area. Oh, the rainy season over there. It usually is damped in wet parts of England. Wait, is there Dad Art the Clown? Don't say it, by the way. I don't want any spoilers. I know Sam knows, and some of you other people might know. I'm just thinking out loud. I don't actually want answers yet. Warm apple cider or tea on the side. Feel me? Nice warm tea. Paid for the item. He did definitely clean the laundrette. Yeah. So yeah, he's got his good side. Yeah, put your balls in the sink. Living the good life. Their daddy was a psycho. Well, I don't know that yet. We'll see. We'll see. Nothing's gonna happen. All right. Just realized this clown ninja here looking similar to Captain Spaulding House or 1,000 Corpses and the Devil's Rejects. Well, we all be perfect. We all have quirks, and well, indeed. So here's a question for you guys. Would you rather be married to a psychopathic killer? Like, he doesn't kill you, he's fine with you, or he or she, they're fine with you, but they're a psychopathic killer. But they clean up after themselves. You know, they don't leave a mess. They clean up after themselves. Or someone who is a pretty regular person, you know, a pretty decent regular person, but they're super messy. Super messy. Like, they don't clean up after themselves. They're just like lazy when it comes to any kind of cleaning things. Like, they're super messy. Way messier than anybody. Like, they're just disgustingly messy. That's jeez. No candy for grown-ups. That's not fair. That's not fair. Grown-ups could like have sweets too. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, shut the door. Lock the door, yeah. Maybe, like, leave the house now. Get out the back. A cider and tea will give you that good life. I live with a regular super messy dude. I'm going with the serial killer. Well, that's Sam's answer. What you say, Brax? What you say, Al? What you say, Frozen Gamer? What you say, anybody else who's in the chat? A tidy psychopathic killer, or a regular guy, but it's just super messy, disgustingly, lazily messy? Or girl, by the way, guy or girl. I mean, whichever. Oh, she's going crazy. If I have some dogs right now, they'd have on shirts right now. Let's talk about the strength of those black sacks. Oh, that's a good point, actually. They hold up a lot of their tools in there, like sharp tools as well. Because you know when you buy them bin liners, and then you take them out and it just rips at the bottom because it's too heavy. And that's just like regular rubbish. This thing's holding up like stacks of like saws and tools, and man's just carrying it around. I don't know, maybe it's like maybe double lined it or something. Like there's 2 bags. Extra strength. Excuse me. You know, if it's physically active, it's exercise, so I wouldn't mind doing some cleaning up after a check. So you'd rather have the messy girl, regular girl that's a messy girl. Okay, but you just clean up after her. Every time I use sack, it rips. I need those. Yeah, for real, man. You buy like the good ones, like because you could get like the cheapy bin liners, and you know they're just always gonna rip. But even the good ones, like, I mean, to be fair, the good ones they will last a bit longer. They don't rip all the time, but still, even the good ones will have issues sometimes. Spiked collars. It's that Valkyrie. my house if you want. I need a good pre-Christmas deep clean. Yeah, Brax is offering up his services. Yeah, let's keep the place clean and neat. No, for sure. It's good to be tidy. But if you're with somebody who is just like ridiculously messy, unless you absolutely love to clean, it'd be hard to live with somebody who's really messy. You know what I mean? Like because I think most people would like a clean house, right? That's just normal. And most people generally tidy up after themselves. But then it's not like you enjoy cleaning. Well, again, most people generally don't enjoy cleaning. You just do it because, you know, you have to do it. So if you're living with somebody who's like so messy and they're like lazy and they're disgusting and they're just like constantly messing up and that's just who they are. Unless you just absolutely love to clean all day, unless like your most favorite thing to do in the world, I feel like it'd be difficult to live with a person like that because you just get pissed off that they mess up all the time. At least I would anyway. I would. I'd be pissed. I'd be like, yo, come on, man. It's ridiculous. But then, a psychopathic killer, though. That's a big leap. I think I have to think about this one. A psychopathic killer that is really tidy, or a regular person that is really messy. Wait. Oh. She should have gave him the candy right away. Oh, eesh, 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 shit. Mate, right across the... Oh. Yo. Yeah, they spent their money on this movie real well. Just tearing the skin off. Like, yo, oof. Hey, shh. Right down. Hey. Mate. Yeah. This just might be the most disgustingly brutal film I've seen. It just might be. I think it's taken the crown. Oh, she's not even dead though. Like, oof. Yeah. I like to keep the face tidy. If it's a fake tree. Oh, wait, he's not done yet. Was that bleach? I mean, she's already white, so I don't think it's going to do much to her. Raw. Hey, there's a classic. Night of the Living Dead. If it's a fake tree, that's alright, but a real one, I don't know what to tell you. Fake tree. Would you mean like Christmas trees? Hey, Zero Pole. Well, what's your answer, Al? You won't be needing that costume after all. Rubbing salt in the wounds. Yeah, just to really emphasize, you should have gave her that candy. You should have given her the sweets. Plastic one. Oh. Oh, she ain't even dead. Oh. Yo. Why are you still hanging around? Run, woman. The fact that all it is very humorous helps in these gory scenes. Humorous? I mean, I guess he thinks he's funny. You know? I guess he thinks he's being funny. Everyone else is just kind of like, yo, what the? Just a tip, I promise. Dude, my first watch, I laughed so hard. I don't know what to tell you. You should have been in that test audience. One person vomiting, one person laughing. They wouldn't know what to think. They were like, yo, what type of movie? It's so... You got one person vomiting because it's so gruesome, one person laughing because it's so gruesome. Oh, this is funny, dude. What can I say? Yeah, he should do stand up. Imagine Art the Clown doing an hour Netflix special stand up. Uh-oh. Yo. They can't tell it's a real head? Oh. Yo, man just gave sweets out of a dead girl's head, and they just thought it was like a fake head with fake. Well, I mean it's Halloween, so I guess if you're gonna get away with something like that, that's the time to do it. I never messed up with a virtual Christmas tree. Oh. Anyways, Mr. Bean had a baby. You get Art the Clown. You know what? That makes sense, actually. The fact that Art the Clown doesn't really speak, and neither does Mr. Bean. And Mr. Bean kind of has those mannerisms, and of course you got Pennywise the Clown being all creepy. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. We can clean my house for an accent. Well, as long as you clean up places. That outfit looks very Viking inspired. I think it's supposed to be like the Valkyrie. Taking pills with alcohol. Well, ain't no good idea. She knows something. Don't tell me, but I'm just thinking out loud again. I feel like she knows something. Of course, maybe they just want me to think that she knows something. Yo. Yo. That wasn't him though. I mean, don't tell me, don't tell me. I'm just guessing. Rich homies tell me, mate, Nikolai likes to mix his Russian vodka with his hot tea. Well, he's from Russia. Shake my head. Vodka and tea. I mean, it's probably a common thing, really. Oh, she did what? She put Molly in the girl's drink. Molly, by the way, in case anybody doesn't know, is the I guess a slang term for Rohypnol, which is also known as a date rape drug. It can knock you out, leave you unconscious for a long time, for who knows what to happen. So yeah, really not good idea to be putting Molly in somebody's drink, even and not putting in your own drink as well. That's a terrible idea. That could have ended badly. It still might, so. Drew might be a thing for him. Well, in Ireland, it's common to put whiskey in your coffee. Well, so I hear. I've never been to Ireland. I've had my drink spikes. I didn't feel like that. Oof. That is not cool at all. Hope he got through it okay. No. I'm here now. So I guess so. Hustle in the nightclub. Kids are being drunk. 2 drinks are definitely not drunk. Man, people are crazy. Gotta be careful out there, man. Not everybody is a good person, and some people try some horrible things. Towards the bar, man. He spikes my drink. Oof. Did you tell on him? Get him fired. Yo! So Clown's just been sitting in that car that whole time. I don't know because I wasn't sure, but turned out he had a habit of doing that to people, and he got sacked. So okay, I'm glad he got sacked. Well, hopefully he got arrested eventually. Like, 'cause that's terrible, man. Especially if he's doing it like multiple times. That's a guy who has no good intentions. She got fees. Oh, true. Hers was a quick death. Like, bruh. The others got tortured. Yo. I hope these kids got therapy afterwards. Like, out of that 250,000 budget, I hope some of that went to these kids getting therapy. Because, mate, I know it's all make-believe and puppets or whatever, but still. Always remember, keep your drink near you. If you don't, then come back to it. It ain't yours no more. Yeah, thing is, if the bartenders was spiking a drink, though. A Marion Art, he cooks and cleans. So he's a psycho killer, but he does cook and clean. And even though he tries to pay with like bloody mashed up money, he at least tries to pay for stuff. And he doesn't talk, so, you know. It's not going to bother you all day. Oh, is it? Yeah, he's got some good qualities, to be fair. Yo, you put Molly in her drink. Yeah, don't put drugs in people's drinks, though. Oh, she could do voices. I agree with you, Brax. It was the barman who served me a drink, who spiked mine, and not a lot you can do in that situation. Hear it in his voice. That wasn't even his voice. Right, reason to have someone else with you to be sure. Some other motherfucker doesn't try nothing. Uh-oh. Yeah, a lot of bad people in the world, and that's a damn shame. But all you can do is all you can do, you know, like, when it comes to taking precautions, it's like, you can take all the precautions in the world. If somebody wants to do something, they'll figure out a way to do it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, there's only so many precautions you can take before you're just not doing anything. You know what I mean? That's a bit point where you say, you know what, you have to address the actual issue. You know, people are spiking drinks. That's the issue that needs to be addressed. I mean, yeah, you take precautions and watch your drinks, all that sort of stuff. I ain't saying don't do it. I ain't saying don't, of course, but the issue actually needs to be addressed. Otherwise, it just keeps going because the more precautions you take, the Terrifier, the more people just find other ways around them. They ain't killed the kid just yet, though. Just cup her own face. Cocaine and Molly. Oh, this is not a good idea. Oh, this is not going to end well. This is not going to end well at all. When that boner starts speaking. Yeah. Watch him get kill up. He's gonna get stabbed in the head, isn't he? just the tip. Eesh! Oh, mate. Well, I was right. He did get stabbed in the head. I said he was going to get stabbed in the head. What happened? What happened? Poor dude. Oh, man. I guess it's her turn to exit the movie now. I wonder how many people think he got it the worst. Well, I mean, he got it pretty bad. Got it the worst? Oof. I mean, what's worse, getting stabbed in the penis or sawed through the vagina? I don't know if you could even, like, compare some of these. They're about as bad as each other, really. Like... I think the sawing through the vagina is probably the most pain, because that's like constant sawing, right, through that sensitive area. Whereas he got stabbed multiple times, but then it's over. Like, I think he got stabbed like 3-4 times, and it was over. The other lady was like sawed just all the way through. But then at the same time, she died, he didn't, so he lives with the pain. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't even matter in the end. I don't want any of this stuff happening to me regardless. I don't... Oh, no, he's got that nail bat. How did he not see the clown in front of him, though? Like, the guy was like, okay, granted he had his eyes closed or whatever, but he didn't have his eyes closed the whole way through. Man, let's see, nut come up in front of him? What was that? Something acid. Oh, mate. Yikes. Eesh. Eesh, right in the kneecaps. Ooh, shit. Oh. Yo. And he no longer has a penis. Oh, that's true. Yeah, he got taken off. And rubbed against the window. That is not still beaten. Oy. Hmm. Oh, you draw attention to him. Better stab in the back of his head real quick. Yo, I think this is gotta be the most brutal film I've seen. I'm pretty sure by now this is the most brutal film I've seen. I think so, unless I'm forgetting something, which I possibly could be, but I feel like this is absolutely bloody disgusting. Wait, excuse me. Oof. It's gonna kill the kid. It's gonna torture him first. Yo, where's Sienna? Sienna needs to get there quick. Little man needs you. Come on. Fly with the Valkyries. Keep hitting him, not stop. Bruh. You might need more than that. On a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate it on sheer brutality? I mean, I want to say 10, but I think you could always be more brutal when it comes down to it. You could always be more brutal. But I think all things considered, you know, the budget, blah, 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 blah. I feel like this is about as brutal as it can get with the resources they had available to them. At least to my eyes, that's how it looks. They did not shy away from... yeah, they don't shy away from violence at all. You know, there's a lot of on-screen stabbing and cutting and hitting and bludgeoning, and it's very in your face and close up. Yeah, I feel like this is about as brutal as you can get. About as disgustingly brutal as you can get. So yeah, I'm gonna say 10. I'm gonna say 10. And yeah, be interested to see if they make a Terrifier 3. If they could even go even more with the disgustingly brutal nature of it. With a bigger budget, who knows how far they can go. Well, as long as they don't go into like CGI or some stupidness like that, then I think, yeah, you can do a lot. I think like you could definitely do things like make certain things look a bit more realistic, and you know, maybe you can get like, I don't know, like props or whatever, or makeup that maybe just emphasizes certain things a bit more. And but I hope that even if they have more money to make a next film, which they clearly do, I hope they keep the kind of cheap tone of it. You know what I mean? If they go right, exactly. If they go full on CGI, it would just ruin it. I think CGI has its places, has its uses, but I think a film like this does not benefit from CGI. I feel like films like this benefit from looking cheap. You know, like I feel like if they, because even if you, for example, if they had like, let's say $100 million to make a movie, I'd still hope that they keep the same kind of tone and look, rather than going a bit, because if it's too polished, gets a bit too Hollywood, I feel like it takes away from it, from the nature of it, from the brutality of it. Yo, look at that. Ugh. I agree, I love the dingy tone. Has it? Yeah. Yo. And I think it's a good idea to use actors that aren't famous as well. Oh, go on, Sienna. Fight back. Girl power. Don't let him do to you what he did to that other girl. Right in his face. One more time. Be sure. Take his head off. Yeah. Of course he's going to come back. You'll take his head off. In the face. Go on, Jonathan. Shoot, shoot. Don't hesitate. Shoot. Oh, I should have shot him in the face. To be honest, I think the recoil of a gun like that would probably knock that kid back. I mean, I don't know that much about weapons, but I feel like the recoil of a weapon like that would knock that kid back as well. But still, shoot him in the face. So this is my first watch. All the actors in this look like you're regular people. I appreciate it. Yeah. Now, if you have like Terrifier 3 with like Tom Cruise and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, I feel like it's something like that takes away from films like this. It works, or I think a big part of why it works is because the actors aren't so well known, and because it does look a bit cheap and low budget. Because even between like this and the first movie, like the tone is still pretty much the same. They've spent more money on it, but the tone is still pretty much the same. It doesn't look necessarily more polished. They've just got more props and more actors. You know what I mean? Wait, Mama dead though. Raw. So she can get inside. Okay. A switch just wait. After class, some study and gym time. Fernando's and their pub. Ninjas hit me up. Yo, Brax. Yo, he killed Jonathan. He didn't kill Jonathan, did he? There's some mad head games going on this. Yo, Brax, we're right around the corner, bruv. Man, okay, fool. I'll be outside the gate, okay. Shotgun again. Spends more story, yeah. Brax, you need to come to London, man. Spitting in the face is just rude. Well, I mean, he did strangle her, though, so... Uh-oh. With her own sword. Sienna. What kind of supernatural forces is this guy on? Is he gonna come back and kill the kid? Let's see if this guy has more mercy than Michael Myers. Michael Myers only tries to kill kids. He never succeeds. Or, I don't think he does. He's not that I've seen anyway. This guy so far hasn't really tried to kill the kid. Oh, it's tied down in the water. He's just gonna end up drowning. Don't panic, Sienna. You got this. You know these movies where they have put a character that's underwater and they can just kind of see underwater? That's bullshit, man. You can't see underwater like that. Like, it'd be so blurry. Unless you got like goggles on or something. You can't see underwater like that. Like, you know, it's your vision be so blurry you wouldn't see what's going on. Certainly not enough to have any kind of reaction. Come on, Sienna. You can do that. Ugh. Oh. Oof. Just It drowned, you know. Someday, whenever I'm all together, if I was in Germany, Spain, or France, I'd really listen to what people are saying. Trip down south, your cravings will activate like a motherfucker around here. Yeah, I just mapped to do that. Oh, we've got magic swords now. Oh, come on. Is this what we're going to do? Magic swords? Really? Really? Okay. Not sure how I feel about this, but we'll see. We'll see. Let it do what it does. Man's getting cannibalized alive. Around the ankle as well. Come on, take his head off. Don't just stab him once. I don't hate it. I mean, Art survived the gunshot to the brain. He ain't human. Yeah, true, true. And, Sienna, though. I don't know. Seemed a bit too convenient at the end. Well, I don't know. Maybe, I guess there's something in the story that I missed. I have a theory. Okay. One sec. I think this movie's almost over. But, I'd want to hear that theory. Head off. All the way off. He just welcomed it as well. Alright, alright. Actually, to be fair, the fire that they had in the house didn't damage the sword. So I guess that was a hint that the sword has some kind of special thing. More off to, okay, okay. More off to the credits. gonna look after him. Look after his head. So yeah, I mean, I guess we got a clue that the sword has some kind of special powers from when the fire didn't damage it or anything. And their dad seemed to know something because he was drawing all those pictures. Well, that's the end. Well, almost the end of the movie. That's the. There's more after the credits, so we gotta wait for that. But that's the end of the main movie, I guess. But yeah, I guess they did, to be fair, give some kind of mention that the sword had special powers before. It wasn't just out the blue, so to speak. And I guess the dad knew something why he gave the girl the sword, gave the sword to Sienna. He seemed to know something. He was drawing all those pictures, and then it was something about only she can kill. Oh wait, here we go. Miles County Psychiatric Hospital. You know, the picture that he's drawing, only he can kill her. So, and that's something to do with the sword. So, yeah, I guess we went 2 out the blue, but I guess Plan 9 from Outer Space. That movie's cheesy as all anything. Oh, there we go. There we go. Chris Jericho. Finally. There we go. She's just bleeding from her vagina or something. Like, what's going on? Contour, slut, Vicky. Pig, filth. Oh, she pregnant. Vicky and Art. Oh, okay. What's this? Baby Art. Son of Art. Artson. Adam Burke. Oh, you know something, Jericho. Jericho knows something. And the dream where she used the sword to protect herself from the fire, only for the fire to set her wings on fire. I'd written this for him because he asked to be in it. Oh, that's so cool. Jericho knows what's up. I don't go in there alone. What the? Well, she gave birth to a whole adult human head. Well, not even human. Yo. Gave birth to a whole adult clown head. But if that sword can, would it stab Sienna and it brought it back to life? Wouldn't that mean that it wouldn't kill Arch though? Wouldn't it just bring him back to life? Or does it only work on, like, you know, non-serial killer humans? But yeah, that was Terrifier 2. And yeah, I quite like that. I like that a lot. I think I prefer that to Terrifier 1 actually. I think this is a better all-round film than Terrifier 1 in terms of it fleshed out the story a bit more. It was, you know, more brutality. Still a few mysteries in there, I think. Still definitely a few mysteries in there, but that's fine. But yeah, overall, I just think it was a more solid film. Definitely a fan of the gore in there. This could very well be the goriest film I've seen. I mean, I might have to give it some thought, maybe rewatch some stuff. But I think at the top of my head right now, this is. Rest in peace to Stephen Carl. But I think this is the gory, quite frankly, yeah, quite possibly the goriest film I've ever seen. And yeah, appreciate that. No animals were harmed during the making of this film. That's always good to know. Damien Leone's Terrifier 2. But yeah, that was worth the $9.99. that was definitely worth the $9.99. All right, let's see. But yeah, no, I like that. I like that gory with story in there with some plot, a little bit of mystery, brutal. I think the whole approach for it was done well. I mean, I like that Jericho is in it. That's a pretty cool touch. Though, yeah, probably best that he's not in most of the movie. You know, I mean, granted, Jericho's not big actor movie star. I get that, but I think he's still famous enough that if he was in most of the movie, it would detract away from the film. So yeah, definitely good idea to go with actors that aren't so well known, and then yeah, have a cameo with Jericho at the end, talk about eyeballs and brains, and then that lady's giving birth to a whole human head. Well, not even a human head, a clown, the clown head. So I guess he grows a body out of his head for Terrifier 3, I suppose. But mate, that was something. That was something. If they do a Terrifier 3, I don't know, was it Lauren Rivera who plays Sienna? I don't know if I don't know if it'd be good if she's in it. I mean, I liked her character; she's a cool character, but I feel like sometimes we have characters that come back. It's like, you know, with Laurie Strode keep coming back. It's like, yeah, whatever. It's like she's gonna win in the end. I think sometimes you need to go with somebody new. Like, they had different actors from the first movie, so I think if they do a Terrifier 3, it'd be best to go. I mean, I'm just thinking maybe they can figure out a way to make it work. Maybe they can't. I don't know. I mean, they're the writers, they're the creators, they're the filmmakers. They'll do what they think is best. But to my mind, I feel like it'd be best to go with a whole new cast, or at least mostly a new cast. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe they could figure out how to still make a great film. But yeah. So Sam, what's your theory? Or have you said it already? I just haven't read it yet. So I wonder, are we going down angels and demons route? So I think we're gonna Terrifier 3. I'm a fan. I love it. Yeah, sounds like that part in Ju-on 2, or Japanese version of the Grudge. And Ju-on is Japanese for curse. When the Grudge created, lady was crawling out of the other female characters. Vag. I've seen Grudge, the Japanese version of Grudge and the American version of Grudge. It was a while ago. I really don't remember what happened, but cool. Okay, I'm gonna have to watch that again. That's my fairies. Angel. Oh, the angel thing. Okay. I mean, it did have like whole stuff about. I mean, it looks to me anyway like the way Sienna was dressed was kind of like out of the Valkyries, was out of Norse mythology. And in Norse mythology, you have this whole thing about Ragnarok, which is where warriors go after death. So yeah, I mean, angels and demons could still fit into that. But yeah, I guess there's a bunch of different routes they can go. But I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm wrong about the Valkyrie reference. Let me see real quick. Valkyrie. Or was it Valkyrie? No, that Valkyrie's the thingy. Someone is a. Yeah, definitely has that Valkyrie look. Let me see if I can get a picture of Valkyries to show you. Let me come over here. And then if I hit this button. That's the wrong button. Oh, wait. Oh wait, I know what I've done. Here we go. Yes, that's like the Valkyrie from Norse mythology. So I was kind of thinking like that's what her dress kind of resembled a little bit. You want some demons, creatures and shit, go to downtown Sunnydale. There's a Hellmouth in that area. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Yeah, just got through season 5 of Buffy and season 2 of Angel, so not much to go now. But yeah, that last season 5 was, mate, the way that ended. Back, had to roll the trash to the edge of the front yard. Good and windy, raining, cold outside. Oh, oof, be careful of that wind. So I guess you could say that Art the Clown is the demon. I think if we go in the angels and demon area, Art the Clown would have to be a demon, unless he's the angel of death. Maybe. But then if he's the angel of... no. I thing is, if you're Angel of Death, you know, I was about to say you'd only kill bad people, but that wouldn't be true. I think the Angel of Death will kill everybody when it's their time. I'm not sure that Angel of Death would do it so brutally though. Like, the Angel of Death would just be like, yo, what's the most efficient way to kill people? Because, boy, I've got a lot of people to kill. You know what I mean? Just figure out the most efficient way. It won't be hacking people up. So yeah, maybe not Angel of Death. I think if they're gonna go angels and demons, Art of the Clown probably more demon side, and possibly then the Sienna could be more the angel side, because I guess she died, right? She actually did die. She drowned, was stabbed. She actually did die and was brought back to life. So perhaps when she comes back, she's not really human Sienna anymore. She's like angel in the form of Sienna. Maybe, possibly. I guess there's a lot they can do. We'll see. We'll see. You know, we are definitely going down a mythology route, so I would be wise to bring her back to answer all these questions. But maybe the little girl is a deep. Yeah, the little girl. Yes, I forgot about her for a second, but yeah. Because apparently that was a girl that was murdered already, right? And it seems only a few people can see her, or not, or at least not everybody can see her. Because remember, there was that guy in the beginning in the laundrette. He couldn't see her. So there's something about only certain people can see that little girl. Maybe it's something to do with if you can see the girl, you're marked for death. Maybe. Yo, she's seeing what she wants to be seen. Yeah, interesting. But there's definitely some mind things going on. Like some mind stuff going on with, like, especially towards the end where she was seeing her mum, but it wasn't her mum. And then I swear it was like the mum started squeezing her head, but that wasn't really happening. And then the boy, Jonathan's calling over to her, but he'd already been knocked out. So there was some mind things going on in that in that movie. So I don't know, maybe that's like something on mental health right there. Take care of your mental health. Yeah, this is actually quite close to what she was wearing, I think. This is pretty close to what Sienna was wearing. Such a good movie, yeah. Perhaps deeper than it initially lets on. But yeah, cool film, man. Good film. You know, multi-layered, brutal. That gets the Haze seal of approval. Let's see, actually, if there's going to be a Terrifier 2. Let's see if we can find out. A Terrifier 3, rather. Let's see if a Terrifier 3 has been announced. Yeah, it's probably too early for an announcement of that kind, but there is some speculation at least. Damien Leone first brought Art the Clown to life in 2008's The Ninth Circle, before giving him the spotlight in 2011's Terrifier, a short film following. Oh, okay. Yeah, I did. I think I did see that actually. Yeah, there's like some short movies that were made with Art the Clown, but it wasn't until the main movie. Yeah. Okay. After appearing in All Hallows Eve, Leon adapted Terrifier into a feature-length film in 2016, with a clown stalking 3 young women in Halloween. It's trashy in the best way, features a jaw-dropping upside-down kill, and whet people's appetites for more. And Terrifier 2. Okay, here we go. Terrifier 3 release date. When is it coming out? Terrifier 3 has yet to receive an official release date. However, looking ahead, a release date in 2024 seems most likely for Terrifier 3. According to the director, Art the Clown himself. According to the director and Art the Clown himself, a 3rd film is definitely in the works, and possibly even a 4th. Leon told Variety, I had a part 3 in mind when writing part 2. There are so many questions brought up in part 2 that are not answered, and that was part of the design, because I know I'm going into a part 3, he said. I pretty much have the entire treatment ready for part 3, but it's getting so big that it could potentially split into part 4, because I wouldn't want to make another 2-hour 20-minute movie, so we'll see. My fear is that eventually the well is gonna run dry. We're gonna wind up jumping the shark. There will be nothing left to say with this character. It happens with a lot of franchises that I'm still a huge fan of. Well, I think I think I know which franchises he's talking about there, but all right. I've watched all these part 10s, part 13s, but sometimes that could really ruin the entire franchise. Nah, for sure. I think there's definitely knowing when to stop is a good thing. For sure, for sure. Knowing when to stop is a good thing. You know, going past 3 is dangerous territory. Like, very few film series can go past 3 movies and still make good. I mean, lots can go past 3 movies. What I mean is, very few can go past 3 movies and still make worthwhile films. You know, once you've gone past 3, you're in dangerous territory. You know, lots do it. Very few actually still stay worthwhile. So yeah, knowing when to stop is a good thing. For them to peter out or not to have the satisfying arc, or the movie goes in another direction that could be devastating to your overall franchise, I want to try and avoid that. Yeah, for sure. David Howard Thornton, who plays a frightening clown, spoke about Terrifier 3 on the Barn Show podcast, saying they definitely wrote the 2nd film with the 3rd film in mind, and writer-director Damien Leone is already writing the script for the prequel. So yeah, they are working on a Terrifier 3. It's possibly even been written already, or at least mostly written already. I guess it's just, yeah, making the movie now. These weirdos getting upset over its violence against women. It's like, do you not understand this is actually female empowerment? Shoot, right now in this area, it's the right whether to watch some movies at home or go to the movies. Yeah, I want to see Black Panther 2 actually. Well, they take the piss with this ticket thing. I mean, it ends might have made way more money, but Terrifier 2 was a way better movie. Yeah, but that's the thing. I mean, you could make more money with a bigger movie because it gets more promotion, more people know about it, so more people tend to see it. You know, judging a film by how much money it makes is never a good idea, because it just means that it's marketed well. You know what I mean? A film that makes a lot of money just means it's marketed well. But a film that people actually like and want to see maybe twice or 3 or 4 times or more, you know, that's when you know you've got a good film. But yeah, I mean, I feel like if you got a film where you got this dude that just kills people, you can't be mad that some of the people are in are women or whatever, or that's silly to me. Like, should he only kill straight white men then? Like, if you made films where the only people who get killed are straight white men, first of all, every film would just get very predictable if you did that. And it'd be like, what be the point? You know? So yeah, I feel like there's people out there that just get upset over dumb reasons. And look, everybody's allowed to get upset over the things they want to get upset about. I'm not here to judge. It's their rights to be upset over whatever, but it's also my right to let's say it's a dumb reason, you know. So there we go. You can get upset about it if you want to, but you'd be getting upset for a dumb reason. So. I had fun watching this, and I had no fun watching it ends. I was bored. Halloween ends. Speaking of Halloween, though, as crappy as these films might be getting, still working our way through the Halloween movies for movie nights. So what we saw was it 6 was the last one we watched. So the next one is 7, which is Halloween 20, isn't it? Or Halloween H2O. That's the next one, Halloween H2O from 1998. We are working our way through all 13 Halloween movies. I know some of them are terrible. I know a lot of them are terrible. Let's be honest. When this guy Damien Leon's talking about movies that peter out and don't have anything interesting to say, Halloween it definitely is one of those series, or at least as far as I've watched, it's definitely one of those movie series that just go on and they don't really. I mean, to be fair, they've got a few moments and they're not necessarily terrible films, but yeah, let's be honest, they're not doing anything. They're not really pushing the needle anymore. But even still, we're working our way through Halloween, and we're gonna suffer through the Halloween movies as they get worse and worse and worse, because sometimes you just gotta. And some of them I still ain't seen yet, so there is that too. So yeah, Halloween H2O. I think yeah, H2O is number 7, isn't it? I'm pretty sure H2O is number 7. Let me just double check real quick. Halloween movies in order. Two, three. Oh, here we go. So yeah, Halloween 1978 and 2, 3, 4, 5, Curse of Malcolm Myers. Yes, the last one we watched. And then yeah, H2O 20 years later is the next one from 1998. So that's a return of Jamie Lee Curtis after she got killed off screen for Halloween 4. They brought her back for Halloween H2O. And I think Halloween H2O just ignores the rest of them. So yeah, ignores a whole bunch of them. So that's like the first of when they started messing up the timeline, really. Then it's Halloween Resurrection. Then it's Halloween Rob Zombie. Halloween 2 Rob Zombie. And then it's back to Halloween David Gordon Green. Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends. Last year, niggas and bitches were trying to label Michael Myers homophobic because in the one from a year ago, he marks a guy couple. Many Halloween Kills, and don't get me wrong, parts of it sucks, but the Michael Myers parts are awesome. It's definitely the most brutal of the films. Oh, that's something. That's something. Oh, excuse me. Oh, man. But yeah. I don't know, people be upset, man. Ain't much you can do about it, and then people gonna get upset over the things they get upset about. But I feel like there is a kind of a trend these days over the maybe over the last like 5 years or so. I feel like there's been this sort of trend where, you know, it feels like people want to be upset. I know that's a weird thing to say, like, why would you want to be upset? Like, it sounds dumb, right? But I don't know, it just feels like there's this trend of people want to be upset, people want to be offended. And, or maybe that's not quite the best way to describe it. I think it's more to do with this idea of becoming internet famous, you know, and becoming, like, going viral in a video or having a trending article on whatever. Hot girls pics for you. Appreciate that, but no thanks. Oh, we got a spam bot. Bloody hell. Sexfind.xyz. You know what the thing about Facebook is that you can type messages sometimes that don't show up, like perfectly legit messages that don't show up, and then you get like someone who's like a blatant spam bot, and then 3 messages in a row show up. Like, come on, YouTube. Like, come on. Actually looking forward to you seeing the Rob Zombie remakes. So there's still a few weeks off, but yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. We got a Halloween H2O to get through, then Halloween Resurrection, and then Rob Zombie Halloween 1 and 2. So there's 2 more Halloween movies, and then it's the Rob Zombie ones. So yeah, so at least a few weeks away. But God willing, they be coming. Don't kill black people, don't kill gays or the kids. Then there's me who's like, kill everyone. Everyone. Yeah, I think that sort of thing would only be a problem if you made a film where you had, like, say you had Michael Myers and he, like, just only killed gay people. You know what I mean? Like, he just walked past everybody else and targeted the gay people and only killed the gay people. Like, if you did that in a movie, then it's like, yeah, maybe that's a bit of an issue. Like, maybe you're trying to say something there. But we got the film where dude literally just kills everybody. It's like, come on. At that point, it's discrimination if he doesn't kill the gay people. You know what I mean? Like, it's discrimination if you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna kill everybody but the gays, and it's like, hey. But yeah, I just feel like there's this trend that people just wants to be offended so they can have some viral hit about some hot take. I got a hot take. Everyone wants a hot take these days, and it's like, bro, shut up, man. Like, it's that lady talking about what's her name? Drew Barrymore. Drew Barrymore, how dare you go out in the rain? Like, are you mad? You know what? And I'm glad that a bunch of people on TikTok replied to that video saying how stupid it is. Like people weren't taking that. People weren't trying to defend her, saying, oh yeah, she has every. No, people said it was stupid. Plenty of people got on TikTok and were like, yo, black people, I mean, by the way, to be more specific. plenty of people got on TikTok and were like, yo, this is stupid. You know, they weren't trying to defend it, weren't trying to stick up for it. They're like, no, you're being dumb. Sit back down. I think since then, or long since then, like, that lady deleted the video. I was trying to find the original video. Deleted. A whole account gone. In fact, I think we saw that when we were watching at the time. Yeah, her whole account was gone. We was trying to find that original video. Her whole account gone. It's like, listen, that's when you know you effed up bad. When the people, when you're trying to make a hot take, and people just come for you like, no, you're stupid. Everybody's coming for you saying, no, you're stupid. You just have to delete your whole TikTok account. It's like, yeah. Next time, think about what you're saying. How about that? Always trying to do some ish. My thing is, what about the 2 guys who did the roles? Whether if they were playing gay or if they were actually but they weren't asked to views on it. I mean, to be honest, I would say that if we're talking about it in a serious way, I wouldn't consider the views of people who did the roles, and the reason for that is because you could pay actors to do anything. You know what I mean? Like, you can literally pay actors to do anything. It doesn't mean much. Like, there was a dude I can't remember his name right now. In fact, I probably never knew his name to begin with. But there was a guy who set up this arts exhibition where he got like a whole bunch of black guys to reenact a time where black people were put in cages and looked upon like zoo animals. So he paid, well, I assume he pays them to reenact that as his arts project, and you know, charge people to come see it. And that got, you know, a whole lot of backlash, of course, as you might imagine. It's like, yo, what the F, you know, I mean, what you doing? But the bottom line is, I mean, the point I'm trying to make is that you can literally pay actors to do anything. You know what I mean? You can find actors who will do it. So, yeah, if you're talking about it in a serious way, I wouldn't consider the viewpoints of the actors, because it won't mean much. You know what I mean? I mean, don't get me wrong. I still think, I haven't seen the movie yet or whatever, but I still think it's stupid to complain about something like that when a dude literally kills everybody. But yeah, I wouldn't consider the viewpoints of the actors. I'd be like, all right, cool, whatever. Whatever. You can literally pay actors, and if you, whatever you want to do in this world, whatever type of film you want to make in the world, no matter how disrespectful it is, you can find actors willing to do it. And you might even have to pay them that much. Like, I know that from firsthand, from making movies to seeing certain films, you can find actors to do anything. So yeah, I wouldn't even bother ask them. I wouldn't even bother. These ones zombie tries. There's something different. If you had to be in these movies, I would want an awesome death. Oh, for sure. I mean, you don't want some off-screen crappy death, like, or, you know, it just gets mentioned, oh yeah, they died. No, you want like a proper on-screen, the more brutal the better. That's the type of death you'd want in a movie. You know, something that people remember for years to come. That's that kind of brutal death. People love to hate. I don't get why people always click on things they don't like. They're so stupid. You know what? I wouldn't say it's stupid. I mean, it is stupid, but I wouldn't say they're stupid. I think it's a lot to do with how we certain things trigger us, right? And it's like a lot of times when you're watching something, and we all do this to some degree. Like when you're going across, when you know, watching YouTube videos and whatever, you can watch a YouTube video, you like it, you might click like and then leave it and move on. You know, you watch another video, even if you might like it and not even click like at all, and then, you know, move on. But when something really kind of gets to you, usually on a negative level, that's when you might feel the need to respond. And it's just that level is different for different people. Whereas you and I might not care about something like, okay, they killed a gay guy in a movie, but he kills everybody. It's like, so what? So to us, it's like, so what? But to them, they see that on that kind of level. But so I think we all do this on to some degree, that when we see something that's upsetting, or we see something that pisses us off, we're more likely to respond to it. You know, I mean, I know for myself personally, it's like, there's times where I've had to be like, you know what? Why am I trying to respond to this thing? I'm just going to be wasting my time. Why am I, you know, you see something where somebody says something so stupid or so like rude or you know what I mean, some kind of racist shit or whatever, and like I'm about to respond to it. I'm like, you know what? Let me take a step back, because all I'm doing is feeding into a negative emotion to somebody that I don't know. You know what I mean? And it's not gonna change anything. It's not gonna move the needle. They're still gonna have these stupid opinions. So like, yeah, I get it. I don't think they're stupid. I just feel like there's people, because we all do it on some level, but you have to remember that not everybody is our age. You know what I mean? We're not the current generation anymore. You know, so we've seen a lot of this stuff already. We've been through a lot of this stuff already in various ways. These young guys, they're doing it for the first time. So they're a lot of the ones who respond to these things. They're a lot of the ones who are upset about these things. They're a lot of ones that, and with the internet being such a big thing and how it's such a part of our modern culture, it's kind of no surprise that these things happen. So yeah, it is stupid. It is stupid, but I wouldn't say they're stupid. I think it's just, that's a normal emotion. It's just rein it in. You know what I mean? Rein it in. Good people like her don't help. They make shit worse. Good people like her don't help. Good. What, did I miss something? Who's the good person? Spamming. Them butt ninjas. One of them. I need most people these days. Immensely. Well, yeah. I think that's probably true. Well, not even probably. So but ninjas, one of them was in a stream I was in the other night. This member was a Brit told a nigga to take lame ass back to section 8 flat under that London bridge. I blame social media for most of this bullshit. Yeah, there was African black human zoos in the Netherlands in the 19th century too. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I mean. You can pay actors to do anything. Oh, right. Okay. I was saying good people like us. I get you saying that. I get you saying. Yeah, no, you're right. They don't help. They don't help. Is social media to blame, though? Yeah, maybe yes, maybe no. I mean, it's a difficult one because I feel like with social media, it definitely provides a lot of benefits. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of pitfalls with it as well. So I feel like what needs to happen, especially with younger kids now, there needs to be like some kind of social media class, you know, or internet awareness class, you know what I mean? Something like that. Because it is a part of our culture. It is a part of the way we communicate and the way we interact. And for better or worse, it's here to stay. In some form or another, there's always going to be some form of social media platform, at least for the foreseeable likely future. It seems like these things are part of our lives now. So I feel like it makes sense to have, and not even just for kids, I feel like a lot of adults might need these as well. But it just makes sense to have this as part of the school education system, that how we interact with the world, how we talk to people, and how we communicate online all needs to be part of that, you know, like, and understanding that not everything you see online is going to be a good thing. Not everything you see online that's bad needs to be responded to. You know, understand about how things can make you angry and how to deal with that anger. You know? Here in the States, in the Midwest and South, they were licensed for hunting black people. Law enforcement was in on it too. Now imagine somebody reenacting that and calling it an art exhibition. And then they had like some a bunch of black models to act out the runaways. Like, bro, you could pay people to do anything. I think it's a line between social media and mental illness, and it all got worse in lockdown. Yeah. I think mental illness and mental illness awareness needs to be part of the school curriculum as well. Actually, you know what? There's a school that I didn't work at, but I applied for a job at this school, and it's a shame I didn't get it because it could have been a cool place to work. But anyway, it was a girls' school, and I was applying for a job there as a caretaker. And as they were showing me around, one of the things they had in the school was a emotional support dog that the students can kind of go to, and if they're feeling stressed out or whatever, and they could kind of stay with the dog for a while. And I thought it was a really good idea. I thought it was a really good idea. I mean, I'm sure that the dog's not going to help everybody. Like, not everybody warms to pets like that. But just having something where the students can go where they're feeling stressed out, it just shows that they're acknowledging that, mental stresses and things like that are parts of what students go through, and having something where they acknowledge that the kids can go and de-stress or unwind or whatever. I don't know if they did anything else in that, but they did have an emotional support pet, emotional support dog, which I thought was a really good idea. More schools, I think, should do that, or that sort of thing. It doesn't have to be that specifically, but just that sort of thing, where kids can just like be kids and kind of get away from certain things and not have to worry about all the pressure, because especially as you get into like your GCSE sort of years and upwards, like all the pressure that gets put on you to pass your exams, to do well, to get good grades and everything else, it's a lot. It's a lot, and it can feel too much, and it's not uncommon for some kids to commit suicide when they're under pressure gets too much, especially if they're coming from families where they put so much on them to pass and to get these grades and to be this beacon for the family, and they're just feeling like they can't do it, So yeah, it's good that there are at least some schools that acknowledge those pressures that kids go through and doing something about it. So yeah, I never got the job for that school. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing I didn't, because to be honest, it was a massive school, and it probably would have been a lot of work. I mean, the kids might have a great school, but as a caretaker, I probably would have had a lot of work to do, because it was a big school. It was a big school. So yeah, maybe it's best I didn't get that job, actually. I mean, it's good that they're doing that stuff, but I don't think the caretakers get to sit with the emotional support dog. That's just for the students. Oh, bloody hell, man. I need some emotional support too. How we use social media changed since lockdown. Mental unwellness was an all-time high. During that time, racism was everywhere. COVID, vaccine, politics, transgender issues. People were... Yeah, I think during that time, it's just that people had time, though, isn't it? So a lot of those issues that were... consuming these daily damages the brain. Yeah, a lot of those issues, though, they were always there, right? They were always there, but if you were at work or at school or whatever, you might not have had time to maybe see it yourself, or you might not have time to maybe even join in this discussion. But yeah, you're right. You're off work, you're in lockdown, you're on the internet more, and then you're seeing a lot of stuff that it's been going on a while. It's not a new issue, but you're maybe seeing it either for the first time or first time in a long time, and you see the conversations around it, and it blows it up a lot more. And police or sheriff would do was the wrongfully round up of a black man, take him to the jail and let them out in the woods and go after them with guns and dogs. Yeah, see, that stuff would go on, and it'd be a case of there maybe not everybody hears about it, right? But imagine a situation where you've got the internet, everybody's at home. It doesn't take as much for a story to go viral when there's more eyes available to see it. You know what I mean? It's like all these issues, they've been around and they've been everywhere, It's just now it's like there's more eyes on it. But now that a lot of people have gone back to work, gone back to school, the conversation, I say, is probably about where it was before the lockdown. You know, it's still, these things are still going on, but people at work now, they can't talk about it as much. Also, during slavery and post-slavery, black babies were used as alligator bait, and experiments were done on them. Oh, flipping hell, man. The thing with that, though, is people start to see everything through that lens. It's not a good thing. I mean, there always needs to be balance, you know, when it comes down to it. There always needs to be balance. And, I mean, the type of person who just claims everything is racist, right? You know, those people are generally not the norm, but they're often the loudest. You know what I mean? Like, they're not most people, but they are often the loudest. And it's often extreme views and opinions that get shared the most, because, you know, extreme views and opinions are the ones that trigger people the most, whether in a good way or a bad way, you know, whether because you support it, whether because you hate it. But those are ones that are going to be shared the most. Like, if you put out an opinion that's pretty moderate, you might get a few likes. Some people say they agree with you. Maybe some people say they don't agree with you. You might get a few things like that. But generally, it just stays within, you know, your usual circle. But if you put something that's more of an extreme opinion, you know, it's likely to get shared more, because either people are going to share it saying, look at this stupid opinion, or they're going to share it saying, yeah, I agree with this, but it gets shared more and it goes viral more. And I think there is definitely something about the human psyche about wanting to be noticed. You know, I mean, we all want to be noticed. We all want attention to some degree, right? You know, there's nothing necessarily wrong with wanting attention, but there's a point where it's like we use it as almost like a currency. And I think especially with social media being as big as it is, the idea of likes and follows, you know, which get assigned so much value. You know what I mean? Like, in fact, let me give you a good example that I saw recently, just today actually. There's a rapper by the name of 21 Savage. He's been around a few years, and he was on I guess a podcast or some show anyway. He said Nas is irrelevant. He referred to Nas as someone who's irrelevant, and he went on to say that all he has is a loyal fan base, and he still puts out good music. Now think about that. How are you going to claim that someone is irrelevant and then acknowledge that they have a fan base and still put out good music? It doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't make sense. But I feel like we attach so much value to this social media world that a lot of times we're not even we're disacknowledging there is a whole real world outside it. But there's so much value attached to this idea of if you're not popping on the internet, you're irrelevant. If people aren't talking about you in the blogs, you're irrelevant. You know, that sort of thing. If you're not getting likes and you don't have as many followers, you're irrelevant. But the truth is, Nas has been around for some 25, 30 years as a rapper. Very few people have done that. Very few people have had the longevity that Nas has had, and still to this day are putting out albums that people are listening to and talking about. So to claim that person's irrelevant, it doesn't make any sense. But Nas isn't popping on the internet. You know what I mean? Nas isn't like the trending topic. And to be fair, he's probably not as famous now as he used to be, right? That happens when you've been around that long. You know, your fame is going to go up and down. But it doesn't make sense to refer to someone as irrelevant when they're still, as by his own admission, putting out music and have a loyal fan base. But yeah, we have so much value attached to social media, so much value attached to this idea of likes and follows and all that sort of stuff. You know? So yeah, I think there is definitely something in that. And then when it comes to these social issues, you know, those ideas don't help because people look for the extreme and these social issues about racism, about sexism, about homophobia. They look for these extreme views to put them out because that's what's going to get the shares. That's what's going to get the likes. That's when they get the follows. That's when they get people talking. Not always in a good way, but it's going to get people talking. And it's that notoriety that I think people sometimes want and don't necessarily care how they get it. So yeah, a lot of those extreme views, I would say ignore them. And they can be difficult to ignore because, like I say, they're often things that would upset you because they're that extreme, or things that you'd agree with because they're that extreme. Even if you don't necessarily like fully agree with it, but you kind of agree with it in a way because it's that extreme. But those are ones really to avoid because more often than not, they're attention seeking. And like I said, we all want attention, but there's good attention and there's bad attention, and that is usually bad attention. Dude's an idiot. Didn't he get deported back? He had some issues, I think, a while ago. I don't know where he got deported to. I think it was England. Apparently he was lying about where he's from or something like that, and he had some issues. But yeah, he's still putting out music. He's still doing his thing. He just had an album out with Drake, but I ain't listened to it. I don't particularly care. And this, by the way, that was before he said all this Nas stuff. I was not interested in listening to that album anyway, regardless of what he said about Nas. I listened to Nas's new album. I've been bumping that for like the last couple of days. I had absolutely zero intention of listening to 21 Savage and Drake's new album. I heard a few things about it. It doesn't sound that interesting. So yeah. Drake's alright sometimes, but say the same about Eminem. You can say, I mean, yeah, any rapper that, yeah. Let me start again. Yeah, Eminem's a rapper who's been around a long time. But yeah, there's not many people who could say they've had a career that spans like 20, 25 years. I mean, I think Eminem kind of came into prominence or came into like most people's consciousness around about 1998. But, you know, his career started maybe 5-10 years before that. But certainly, as I say, as a mainstream artist, over 20 years now, maybe close to 25 years now. So maybe about the same time about Nas. I think Nas maybe started a little bit earlier, but pretty much around about the same time. Yeah, I think Nas would have been a few years earlier actually. Nas's first album was I think 96, I want to say. But anyway, the point is, when you look at artists and especially rap artists, very few of them, I mean, a lot of them will stay performing for a long time, but after a while, they're not putting out as much music. They may be doing a few shows, and if they are putting out music, it's usually on a very small scale to, like, you know, their fan base. You know, when you look at rap artists that have been around for, like, let's say more than 20 years and are still putting out albums on a wide scale to, you know, on a mainstream level, very, very few. Very, very few. There's rap artists that are still around after 20 years, but they're not putting out they're either not putting out music onto that level, or they're not really putting out music and just performing their older songs. So to be still putting out new music on a mainstream level after 20 years, very few rap artists and very few musicians when it comes down to it. It's not really that many musicians, but certainly in the rap industry, it's very, very few that have done that. So yeah, you don't get to call Nas irrelevant. You don't. Not 21 Savage, at least, anyway. Bloody hell, man, of all people. And the thing is, it was on a podcast where the topic was Nas's new album. You know what I mean? Like, you're a current day rapper on a podcast talking about Nas's new album, yeah, and then you're gonna go on that podcast and say that guy is irrelevant when you're on a podcast literally talking about his new album. Like, mate, are you dumb? Are you dumb? Anyway, I don't bother with 21 Savage. I don't bother with him. He had a big hit some years back, but I ain't bothered with him. Yeah, that's saying so much. Savage must not have done his homework too much. Best always respect the old school for real. And it might have a large following, but he never posts unless it's to do with releases. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, he very rarely posts on his socials unless it's about an album release or a single, or maybe some projects he's working on or something like that. I think he has done a few, say, personal posts, but yeah, very, very rare you'll see that. Which makes sense, to be honest with you, because you probably just can't be. You probably know that you got so much of such a huge following. You don't really want to be posting every day and getting millions of likes, and your phone just blowing up all day. So you're probably just like, let me just not bother. Just post when I need to, or whenever, and it's like just leave it there. It's post and ghost. That makes sense to me. Just post and ghost. Tweet and skeet. None of these from the mid-90s to the mid-2000s had people going through the streets with the Black Power fist up, talking about fight the power. Oh yeah, Public Enemy. Yeah. Fight the power. America's got 2 albums coming out on Friday 18th. 2 albums. I feel like one problem. I don't know if it's a problem. I guess it's the way music is these days, or music releases are these days. But I feel like artists put out stuff too quickly. 2 albums on one day. You don't need to put 2 albums out on one day. Put 1 album out. Let people listen to it. Let people absorb it. Let people think about it, talk about it, blah, 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 blah. And then give it like a year at least, and then pull out your next album. But artists be like putting out an album, a month later there's another album, 2-3 months later another. I was like, bruh, this guy's putting out 2 albums. That is excessive, man. Because now you got 2 albums, and but I don't know. I mean, to be fair, Tom Mac fans probably don't listen to anything but Tom Mac, so maybe it's not even an issue. Maybe it's not even an issue. They don't listen to anything else anyway. So I don't know. On the other side of that, you have Tom Mac and DAX, etc., where the internet has made there is nothing wrong with that, but no shit on those that made it without the internet. Indeed. Indeed. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're a musician or any kind of artist, you want to get your art out any way you can in the best ways you can, right? And whichever way works for you works for you, whether that's the internet, whether that's other means, you do it in a way that works for you the best. But yeah, you don't get to shit on other people just because I thought people forget that just because you're not popping on the internet doesn't mean you're not popping, or just because and even if you are popping on the internet, that doesn't necessarily mean you are, because you could be like famous on the internet, but you go do a show somewhere and who's turning up? You know what I mean? Like, it could be like that. Like, you could have a lot of followers on the internet, but you go do a show somewhere and nobody turns up. That's what happened to one influencer or whatever, somebody a little while ago, where it's this person who had a real big following on the internet, and she did like a meet and greet and nobody showed up. So, you know what I mean? Like, one isn't necessarily better than the other, and one doesn't necessarily mean you've got the other. You know, like, you might have a lot of followers online, don't mean you got a lot of followers. Or you might have very, very hardly any followers online, but doesn't mean you haven't got any followers. You know what I mean? Like, it's knowing who your fan base are, knowing where they are, and catering to that. You know, not everybody uses the internet in the same way. So yeah, you can't shit on one just because you know, you're famous online and you got a big following and you got 1 million views on your videos, and it's like this other guy maybe gets like 10 views on their videos, but he might do that guy who gets 10 views in a video might do a show and all 10 people show up. The guy's getting millions of views in his videos, does a show, and nobody turns up. You know what I mean? It can be like that. It can be like that, so. Some approach like self-destruction, stop the violence, or too short to get they can't hold a candle to them. Those Public Enemy songs, I'm not that familiar with them. Their songs, to be honest with you. I mean, I know some of their songs, but I probably don't know a lot of their songs. Let's keep it real. I don't know a lot of their songs because I know they've put out a lot of stuff over the years. I'm sure I haven't heard them all. Yeah, anyone saying no, this is not relevant. No, this is an OG in the rap game. I will be checking them out, and then you probably won't be allowed to react to them though. He normally sells CDs that you have to buy through his website. Yeah, you can react to a CD you bought, but let's just get the CD, play it. Yeah, that can be done. Or I don't know. You know, attacked. I don't know. Can I listen to loads of stuff? Sam's the exception then. Well, maybe Sam and Alan are the exceptions. We get a comment on my time migration. I did Gold Fighter, which I didn't, especially as a very small content creator. Coming from Tom Mac on my reaction to his song Fighter. Yeah. Yeah, I saw you post that. Got gassed up, so good. These two was from the late 80s. Okay, those two. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. But yeah, I mean, I like the internet. Clearly, I'm a big fan of the internet. I think there's definitely a lot of uses and a lot of cool stuff you can do with it. But yeah, definitely a lot of pitfalls. And I think some of this younger generation, or maybe even a lot of this younger generation, are kind of falling in these pitfalls. And yeah, just things to be careful of. I think things that need to be taught in schools now, because it's clear that the internet is a big part of our lives, and especially this idea of relevance. And you know, I've heard, you've heard, every now and then you hear somebody say something like, oh, why would I listen to you? They've only got 10 followers or some stupidness like that. And it's like, bruh. Also, don't hang on times every word. A lot I agree with. Some stuff. Some stuff I don't get upset. It's actually interesting to hear other points of view. Yeah, indeed. Well, yeah, I think we're kind of moving away from that. This idea of different points of view. It just seems like someone has a different point of view, and people take that as an act of violence against them. It's like, hey, not everybody's going to agree. There's like 7 billion people in the world. You're not going to agree with everything. Matter of fact, even twins that grow up together don't agree with absolutely everything. So the idea that you expect to go out into the world and everybody's going to agree with your opinion, I don't know where that comes from, but it's not a healthy idea to have, and it's so unrealistic. You need to have disagreements so that you can understand your own viewpoints better. But hey, what do I know? I'm just some Ghani internet. I've only got 10 followers, so clearly my opinion is irrelevant. It's late though. It's like 12:15. Oof. Gonna have to start wrapping this up. lay my head down and close my eyes for 6 to 8 hours. So I wasn't sure about flights with us, but they agree with me a lot. Me too. I don't always agree, but it does make some good points. It makes you think about stuff. Tom Mac. That would be if you all agreed. Speaking of McDonald's, though, did you guys hear about McDonald's gaming chair? Let me see if I can find it. It might not be a true story, but I saw it, and I hope it's true. But apparently McDonald's made a gaming chair that is like grease resistant. Let me see if I could find it. I hope this is a true story, because I saw it on like not TikTok, Instagram. But yeah, I think it actually could be a true story. Let me show you guys real quick. There we go. The McDonald's gaming chair. Is to enlarge it? No, that's not to enlarge it. How do I enlarge it? I don't think I can enlarge it, actually. That's as big as I can get it. The only thing is that it does have McDonald's written all over it, but I like the idea. If it didn't have McDonald's written all over it, I could consider something like this. But that is a cool idea. A gaming chair that is that grease resistant. I just wish it didn't say McDonald's all over it. That's a big turn off for me. When you talking about the emotional support animals, friendly with doesn't get it. Why those are needed, especially on flights. I don't know who Fran Leibowitz is, but yeah, I mean, I think they're a good idea. Flights or wherever, you know, offices, workplaces, schools, you know, I mean, yeah, sure, everybody's got to find use in it, and people need emotional support in different ways, and it's not always going to be animals. I get that, but you know, for those who could use an emotional support animal, yeah, I think it's a good idea. Maybe not every flight, because I guess that depends on who's on the flight and whether they need emotional support pets or not. But certainly, if there's people on a flight that need it or could use it, then yeah. Yeah, today. And bacon Mickey burger was pretty good. Is it called the mac cheese swivel? It's called the McCrispy, actually. Though mac cheese swivel might be a better name for it. It is yellow as well. Best work is the non-political stuff. Right, was great. Yeah, don't down. Best rapper ever and sad rappers. Look up. She's funny and informative. Watch some of her stuff there on YouTube. Fran Leibowitz. Is she a comedian or is she just funny? I don't know, maybe. But for now, it is time to start winding down. It is 21 minutes past 12. So yeah, way past my bedtime. She could and should be. Okay, fair enough. Friend Leibowitz. But guys, what was I gonna say? I can't remember anymore. Yeah, so should be live streaming again on Thursday or Friday. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, playing some games on Thursday or Friday. And then we'll see if I can post a video during the week. Maybe, if I feel like it. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's gonna be all for now, guys. You've been awesome as always. I appreciate you and all that you do. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for keeping it lively. The village is strong. And until whenever, if ever, peace.